Hello friends, welcome to Raut's IAS. I am Loknath, going to give a lecture on meaning and scope of anthropology as an optional in IAS and other PCS examinations. Okay, so friends, anthropology, when this subject comes to our mind, we generally observe that, or see that, we feel that it must have studied the what social aspect of what anthropology. Some persons, some people, they don't understand they what anthropology that way. But actually, if you go to the details, if you will go through the subject matter of the anthropology, if you will go to the syllabus of the anthropology, we'll have some idea that it is very interesting, one of the interesting chapter in the all what is science and humanity branches of study. Okay, so anthropology in particular deals with the study of human being. Why human being? Other science also, other subjects also, they focus on the study of human. Some of the studies, the social part of the human, some of the physical part, some of the to physiological part, we can say, some cultural part, some economic aspect of human beings. But here anthropology is a subject which focuses in all aspect of human, all aspect, whether it may be social aspect, that may be a cultural aspect, it may be the what growth and development of human biology is not like other subject which focus on a particular unique aspect of human. That's why it combines all the sphere of human studies. Whether it may be economics, it may be social, it may be cultural, it may be biological, and prehistoric, archaeology, whatever, linguistic, you can say. So everything is combined, everything is synthesized in a single subject, that is anthropology. Very interesting subject. That's why it is called a holistic science which studies the human in space and time. It studies both the evolution of human in the biological aspect, the human, how the human evolved from the apes or monkeys. In the next, it also studies the evolution of civilizations, culture, economic aspect, how the primitive economy was there, so how the culture was there, how the society was there, primitive people. It's very interesting people. We are just starting from the origin and evolution of human beings, origin, evolution of society, culture, civilization. So it also at the same time not only a holistic aspect of all aspect of human beings, but also focuses on the field study method and comparative method. It compares the studies of present and past. It compares the different cultures. It compares the different societies, different language, different races of human beings, how the difference are there, why the difference lies. So it deeply studies all the things as a experimental basis, and it focuses on the comparative study or field work method. Is it right? Next, why you are going to study of human? Because human is a valuable gift of valuable gift of God, nature. Because of its unique features, unique characteristic, it is one of the gift to the planet Earth. Is it right? Why it is called a gift? Because no such characteristic, certain unique characteristics which are found in the branch of anthropology, in the subject matter of anthropology, is not found in other fields of studies. You may see it may be science, it may be humanities, it may be whatever it may be. Is it right? So what are the special character, unique features of human? You must have seen human is one of the most intelligent organism or animals in this planet, which controls every other aspect of this, whether it may be animals, plants, or the natural phenomena. Everything is controlled by human because of its unique IQ or unique intelligence. So that's why it controls everything under it. Number one. Number two, It has limbs, that means arms and legs, which are freely movable. Freely movable. He can do anything. He can go anywhere according to the interest. Is it right? So due to free movement of limbs, that means arms and legs, it can perform various functions. Is it right? It can reach far places according to its will. Is it right? It can do everything. It can capture everything. It can hold something. So number two things. Number one, due intelligent feature. Unique intelligent means IQ power. Number two, free movement of limbs, the arms and legs. Number three, human has speech. No other organism has such a special character, which speech, development of language, which makes me human and unique, which separate the other organism from human, because due to development of language, due to development of speech, human forms or generates own culture, its own language. It can write everything, it can read everything. Is it right? The culture development of world, that leads to the development of culture. That leads, is it right? So number three, that is speech. Next, number four, we can say human has a binocular vision. Binocular vision means two eyes can focus on a single point. It is a rare feature of one of the human beings. If you will compare the other organisms in this or this planet, we cannot find such type of a binocular vision, to which helps in to coordination and control of the body and to judge the things on the basis of its IQ. Is it right? Number four feature. And another feature is that it is capable, human is capable of keen perception of the things. Keen perception of things and fine judgment, reaching at the fine judgment, and implements help in survive. So keen perception and फाइन जजमेंट, परसेप्शन करता है, कैसे चीज़ को देखता है, कैसे ऑर्गेनिज्म देखता है, कैसे दुनिया को देखता है, हाउ इट इज लुक्स लाइक, हाउ इट इज देयर. तो दैट टाइप ऑफ थिंकिंग, दैट इज परसेप्शन, एंड रीच एट द फाइन जजमेंट. इट कैन टेक द जजमेंट, इट कैन टेक डिसीजन, इट कैन generate opinions. Is it right? So by the way, these are also certain features we make it unique in this planet. Is it right? These things. Next come to meaning of anthropology. So as we know that anthropology that is, it is the combination of two anthropos, what we can say derived from anthropos, that is man, plus logos. So anthropos plus logos, that is we can call study of science. Is it right? Study of science. So these are two Greek words. Greek words. That means we can say the word anthropology has been derived from the Greek word anthropos plus logos. Anthropos means human, man, and logos means to study or study of science, to discuss. So study of human being. So altogether we can say study of human. Study of human. Study of human. So a question must come to your mind. Other branches of science, other branches of humanity also, they also focus on the study of human. As I have told you earlier, it is such type of a branch of studies which focuses each and every aspect of human in a holistic manner, in a controlled manner, in a balanced way. So it is unique, it stands unique in this other branches of science, other branches of learnings courses. Is it right? So we take in a holistic manner, in a balanced way. Is it right? So the science of man, the etymological meaning of this is too broad. Generally, anthropology may take the science of man. We can say it studies human in time and space. It studies human in time and space. Okay, study of human in time. It works. Otherwise, the etymological meaning we can say. Etymological meaning. Etymological we can say study of human works and his behavior. Etymologically it studies the human works and his behavior. If we will discuss about the etymological meaning of anthropology, then we will find that the branch of science which deals with study of human works and his behavior. Okay. Next one is that anthropologists are interested in all aspects of human species. We know that human species all aspects of human species, that is Homo sapiens, or we can say Homo sapiens sapiens, the latest one, Homo sapiens sapiens, that is Homo sapiens. This is your homogeneous, your species, and is a subspecies. So see, it studies all aspects of humanity. Is it correct? So they also study human behavior. They study human behavior concerned with particular. So as compared to other branches of studies, other branches of science or humanity, as we have read, you can say psychology, you can say history, you can say sociology, or you can say economics. All this, they focus on particular aspect of particular aspect branch of study. But so it focuses in all aspects of human species, that is Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens, human species, that you can say human species is Homo sapiens sapiens. That is Homo. Homo is the genus, species, and subspecies. Sapiens are the species and subspecies. So see, unlike other, as I have told, unlike other branches of studies, which aspect in particular, you can say psychology, you can say history, you can say sociology, you can say economics, anything else. They focus on a particular area, particular branch of studies of human aspect. But anthropology studies all the aspect of human works and behavior in a holistic manner, in a holistic, synthesized together, making a single branch of study. Is it right? So, if we will discuss anthropology, if we will discuss or compare with the other branches of science, we will find that, suppose we are going to compare the study of history with the anthropology. History studies human past. Is it right? Past to contemporary. But what human studies prehistory, just like history, anthropology also focuses on the prehistoric part of the human, how the evolution of human take place, how the society and culture evolution of society and culture take place in the course of time. That is, it studies in both space and in time. If we will study of sociology, compare the study of sociology with anthropology, you will find that sociology focuses on the modern societies. Is it right? The study of society is called sociology, but anthropology focuses the primitive societies, and it also compares the primitive societies with the present society. It also compares the various types of what primitive society, how the society evolved from the earliest times. Is it right? So these are some comparison that we can make with the other branches. In next class I will talk about the relations of anthropology to other branches. We will go on detail in that particular class. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the scope of anthropology. Scope of anthropology. To see, you can say anthropology. In this part we are going to discuss about the different branches of anthropology. Actually anthropology is divided into two parts. Previously it was called as physical anthropology, physical part, and which otherwise called as biological. Now it is called as biological anthropology. And in the second case it studied the social anthropology. To see biological and social anthropology. Is it right? But now if you will see the different categorization of anthropology, just like we can say the British anthropology, the British school of thought. The British school of thought has divided British school of thought, British school of thought has divided anthropology into three parts. Okay, what is this part? That is called the biological and physical part, the physical anthropology, or called biological anthropology. Next one is a socio-cultural anthropology, social anthropology. Next one is your prehistoric archaeology. We can say archaeology. Okay, the British school of, if you take into interest of the study of British school of thought of anthropology, you will find that they have divided the anthropology into three aspects, three branches. That is the physical part, the biological part, which focuses on human evolution, origin, variations, this type of genetics, and another is social part of socio-cultural anthropology, which focuses on the study of society and culture. Another was archaeology, which studies the prehistoric part of the anthropology, how different in time and space, how the different type of different aspects, human cultures, evolution, society or civilization started from the prehistoric times. Is it right? Next, if we will focus on the American school of thought, if we will discuss about the American school of thought, the American school of thought has divided anthropology into four parts. American school of thought or American school of thought. American school of thought has divided anthropology into four branches. That is anthropology into four branches. Okay, these branches are, what is they are, just we can say the physical or biological part. Next one is socio-cultural part, we can say. Number 2, number 3 is your archaeological anthropology, and number 4 is linguistic anthropology. Okay, there is a difference between British school of thought and American school of thought. The British school has divided into three parts, three branches of anthropology. That means physical anthropology, social anthropology, and archaeological anthropology. But the American school of thought has divided the anthropology into three parts. That's four part, that is physical part, social part, archaeological part, and linguistic anthropology. Now let us discuss about this, how this they focus on the different. Let us discuss one by one how the what is the meaning of physical part and how it studies the human aspects in the physical or biological way. Is it right? So physical, the first one is the physical anthropology. Physical anthropology, is it right? Physical anthropology, it focuses human biology, mainly focus on human biology. Number one, it focuses on human evolution. Is it right? Human physiology, human biology, human variation, and human genetics. Human genetics and human biology हो गया, human evolution, human genetics, and that is in under the genetics it studies human variation. So these are the sub branches of or aspects of physical or otherwise called as biological anthropology. Now it is called as biological anthropology because of its wide scope and coverage. Nowadays the physical anthropology popularly called as biological anthropology. Physical is a traditional way we are taking it as physical anthropology, but nowadays it is called biological anthropology because of a greater scope, greater coverage, larger area. It covers large area, all aspects of biological part of human. That's why you can say hematology, you can say osteology, you can say human genetics, and you can say other therapies you can say. So this way it is covers a broad part of human biological part, that biological aspect. So that's why it is nowadays called as popularly biological anthropology instead of physical anthropology. Okay, so this is all about physical anthropology. Now let us discuss about cultural anthropology. Sociocultural anthropology, second part, sociocultural anthropology. Sociocultural anthropology focus, as the name signifies, it focuses on social and cultural aspect of human beings, social and society, culture in this aspect. So deal with the learned behavior of characteristics. Cultural anthropology deals with the learned behavior of human. That is, we know that human learned its behavior from its environment, from its social environment, cultural environment. So some learning is due to the experience of one's experience in this society or culture and in this environment. It is not an inherited property, it is a learned property, it is an acquired property due to its experience in this environment. Is it right? Now we can say the fields of cultural anthropology are prehistoric archaeology, ethnology, ethno-linguistic. Under ethnology we are economic anthropology, social anthropology, ethnography. Is it right? Religion, musicology, all these are folklore, recreations, all the are included in this socio-cultural or cultural anthropology, you can say. Is it right? Next, it studies everything, not only the learned behavior, it also studies linguistic undercutting, economic anthropology, social anthropology, ethnography. Everything comes under this what socio-cultural anthropology. Now let us see the prehistoric archaeology, or simply you can say archaeological studies. Number 3, branch 3, prehistoric archaeology. Prehistoric archaeology, it is a specialized branch of cultural anthropology. It is also sub branch of cultural anthropology, special branch of cultural anthropology. The prehistoric thing which studies the past and recreate the study of past in the form of what? Dates and facts. That is, it studies the paleontology, the branch of science we deal with the fossil study of fossils is called paleontology. So archaeology studies the paleontology aspect. It studies the tools, technologies. What technology? Technology, that means tools and techniques that were developed by the human beings at the time of its what? Evolution. Is it right? And it studies the ethnology. It also studies ethnology. Ethnology. What do you mean by ethnology? It is another field of cultural anthropology. It is made its appearance as a recognized branch in 1940. It makes comparative study of culture. So ethnology, you can say the comparative study of culture. Comparative study of culture is called ethnography. Is it right? It also focuses on ethnography, the study of different cultures, compares different cultures. Is it right? Next come to, it is also next come to another part that is called linguistic anthropology. Number 4, it is called linguistic anthropology. It is regarded as a separate branch of anthropology which primarily focuses on the evolution of languages. Evolution of language and speech. At the same time, it studies the different languages in the comparative way. So evolution of speech and language is another branch of studies, another aspect of studies which is called linguistic anthropology. Is it right? So except these 4 anthropology branches, that branch of anthropology, that means physical, social, cultural, archaeological and linguistic, the scope is not restricted here. The scope of anthropology is not restricted here. It has wide scope. It covers wide area. Is it right? It is also studies at the same time. It studies many other aspects, like we can say ethnoecology, the social special subfield of anthropological studies which deals with the adaptation of human. It also studies, if we discuss the scope in a broad manner, we will find that anthropology also studies what? Ethnoecology. Ethno. It is related to human. Ecology, the environment, adaptation. It studies human adaptation with the environment. It is also anthropology focus in this part, that is called ethnoecology. Is it right? In the same way, it is number 1. It also focuses on the urban anthropology. Urban anthropology. Is it right? Urban anthropology came to grow as a distinct study of science or anthropology. Is it right? And it studies the population in urban settings. It studies population or people in urban settings, in towns, cities. Is it right? The people studies people in urban settings. That is called urban anthropology. It is another scope of anthropology. Number 3, you can say political anthropology. Political anthropology. It studies what? Evolution of politics, meaning different what? Developing countries, emergence of different political party, political studies or aspect, how the administration or what the development of administration pattern, means they say we have now can find the rural areas, some sabhas, samitis, that is way, and so tribal head, village head, in this way. How this structure, development of these administrative structures developed in anthropology or in the primitive society, it focuses on this political aspect. So next come to, it also studies the anthropometry, measurement of anthropometry. Metry matlab anthropo, human, measurement of different aspect, measurement of skulls, measurement of bones, measurement of teeth. In this way, it focuses on the what? Different measurement of aspects. Next come to applied anthropology or action anthropology. It is this anthropometry is coming under the what? Applied branch of anthropology. It is one, this anthropometry is coming on one of the applied branch of anthropology. Is it right? Now action anthropology. Action anthropology, the word action, it was developed by action anthropology. Digital salt tax, developed by the used by salt tax. According to him, an action anthropology studies the process of change in society and help the people to overcome the adverse effects. It studies according to action anthropology, and it studies the process of change in society, process of change in societies, studies the process of change in society and how the human is could change its behavior towards the adaptation of the adversities. Adaptation to adversities, we can say adaptation to adversities. Adaptation to adversities, is it right? And planning in such a way that people under this process of change, though it focus on the how the environment is changing, how if the environment is changing, if the society is changing, culture is changing, then people must have to adapt that situation. Though facing this adverse situation, how to face this adversity, how to adapt in this way. So this aspect. So this is a broad scope, we can say anthropology in the sum total, in the total we can say that anthropology has a broad scope in comparison to other branches of studies. Okay friends, so one thing is more that anthropology, actually the study of anthropology was developed during the Darwin's period. The Origin of Species, written by Darwin, Origin of Species, the book Origin of Species is written by Darwin, which helped to study the human aspect and which laid the foundation stone of anthropological studies. Is it right? Okay friends, this is all about the in a short lecture in the meaning and scope of anthropology. In the next class we will discuss some more informative way, that is how anthropology related different branches of what other science or humanities. Okay, thank you.